My dear L, you can have the follower for all I care, but the real Kira is mine. Hello, dear viewers. For those who haven't seen the last video, we are back with more matches on the Japanese servers. The game only came out officially in Japan last week, and a large portion of the player base actually plays in message-only lobby, so you can play with them if you want. And it's been a lot of fun. The amount of thing you can clearly communicate is obviously limited, but you'd be surprised at the amount of thing you can discuss and explain to other people through the messages. It's almost like a whole new game. You have to adapt your strategies to work around the things you're not able to say and those that you are. In fact, you're gonna see me use a strategy that probably would not have worked in a voice chat lobby where people are able to explain things in a lot more details. Big difference in the Japanese lobby is that they are very willing to go resolve the incidents, at least right now. So I've been having a lot of success at locating Kira players by trying to keep track of who's going to which room, and especially trying to see if some people just go in the room and then come out without actually helping, which leads me to believe that they've just popped in there to steal some IDs. Right now, I'm just keeping an eye on people, see if I can spot any suspicious behavior. I saw G going up to that room, but he popped out immediately, so he's probably just checking. Right now, my only real suspicion is C, my room partner, because he took a little bit of time to come out, and I also saw him go inside bookstore instead of going straight towards the Vindicative. But you can't really trust the Vindicative as much as you can in the usual voice chat lobby. There's not really a culture of everybody going towards it like we do. I've also seen many instances of a normal investigator completely dodging it, even if they're just right next to it. A lot of people seem afraid to go for it, because it's true that confirmed investigators tend to die day 1 or day 2, like the Kira players seem to really like targeting them. Alright, Kira team finally uses their card, better late than never, so we're gonna keep an eye on who goes where, see if we can spot some suspicious movements. So right here I saw that 4 people went to that room, ACDH, so we're gonna do our best to remember that. L saw us go inside on the cams, so it's possible he might suspect me, but he was already in there when I entered, so he should have seen that I did not approach. Up here we got G standing outside the room, so he might have stolen the IDs of people doing bathroom. So if B or F ends up dead or with no ID, G probably did it. So ACDH, BFG, that leaves E and I. So one of these two is probably L, gotta make sure not to shoot those guys. If we had more time, I probably would have shot D, because he's the most sus of them all, because he's the one who jumped on a 3-man pile in the meeting room. I feel people jumping on a pile that's obviously gonna get completed in time, especially when there's already 3 people on it, is super suspicious. At the very least, it's almost definitely not L, so that's a pretty safe shot in my book. Okay, so one person was killed. Let's see which player that is. Okay, that's A, so CDH, almost definitely one of these is the true killer. D was outside almost the whole time. I don't think he could have wrote it, so C or H. Let's see if they claim to have lost their ID. I usually tend to trust the one who claims it first, but you never know. Okay, C and D already said no. Okay, C is being called out as suspicious. Oh, and H got his ID stolen. Okay, it's almost definitely C who's Kira. Let's see if somebody else gets called out as suspicious, but I'm probably gonna try to frame D. Okay, yeah, I is pushing C hard. I'm gonna need to save this guy. I'm probably gonna try to frame D, because L was watching on cam, so he saw that D was also there. Okay, B, who's confirmed invest, is claiming to have lost their ID all of a sudden. Is he gonna accuse somebody else that I could frame? Uh-oh, no, I is saying C was using the death note all of a sudden. Okay, I need to quickly frame D. I'm gonna say C gave him the death note. But B is saying who was getting close to him. I'm part of those. I didn't, obviously, but he doesn't know that because he was on the body. But D's part of them, so yeah, I think D is the one to frame here. Okay, D saying he's Kira all of a sudden. That's good and bad. It's good in the sense that he's not gonna refute my attempt to frame him, but it's bad in the sense that they might understand what's going on. They're not very likely to believe my framing if they're paying attention. So, I say C gave D the death note, D is Kira, and C is Kira follower. I is insisting that C was using the death note, but for all they know, that's true, and then he passed the notebook to D. Now D is saying that I'm L. I will say no to that. Hopefully me refuting that I am L will make L more likely to trust me here. L's just saying arrest anybody suspicious, so looks like he's not sure. I've convinced H at least. Let's just vote D right away. I'm also gonna just repeat my claim. Hopefully the others follow suit. 2 more votes for D, it's looking good, come on. Let's go, 2 more votes to make 6, it's over. I did it. I just repeated that it was C that was using the death note, but it's too late, buddy. So this probably would not have worked in a voice chat lobby, especially if I was there until the end, like if he made sure that C could not have passed it. But here, for all they know, both of us are telling the truth. I saw him right, and then he passed it to D. Oh, and the best thing is that C is my spawn partner, so there's no chance he's gonna be able to find L or free his follower before I can find him. I wonder if he realizes what's about to happen. Maybe right now he's just very happy that he got saved. He's like, oh, I don't know why this guy thinks I passed the death note, but I'm alive, yay! Well, you're about to find out, buddy. All rolls were on random, so I didn't know it was Spokesperson. There was no chance he could have passed it back to his follower anyway. And now it's showtime. There's always that moment where you're a little scared to have shot L instead, but no, this is indeed Kira. Now that would have been crazy if it wasn't. Like this, I was 99% sure. The only other thing that could have maybe made sense was if I was Kira and he was trying to save D because he didn't want to lose his follower, so he would just frame C, but that's just way too big of a risk. If you claim somebody has the death note and then they don't, you're definitely the one that's the most suspect right after that. GG, I'm glad I was able to clutch that one. Well, I prefer to earn my victory with skill. Sometimes it can be funny to win just by pure luck. Get ready for this one. Okay, it's Mello time. Looks like we have no spawn partner, that is alright. Kind of a waste that this happens for a Mello game. If you're on Team L, well, you know you're not getting spawn killed, and if you're on Team Kira, well, you have the opportunity to write some names early on if you wish to do so. So Kira teams using their card already. We're gonna try to go take a look, see if we can spot anybody that seems suspicious. I know there's at least one person that went into a bathroom, but I'm not sure how many people there are in there. We're gonna hope to see them come out. Okay, Beat's coming up from the bottom. I didn't see if he actually went inside the meeting room though. Classroom body just got completed. Let's see who comes out. F. So F and E. A bit too far from bathroom. Oh, and there's the Vindicative anyway. Please don't spawn right here. Although honestly, in Japanese server, it's not that big of a deal. So many people that are normal investigator just dodge it, so... Uh-oh, and now NPA Chief's calling the meeting. Did he see something? Hope Hero's not gonna slip out of my grasp. If NPA Chief starts hard accusing somebody, I'm gonna have to try to save them, but that's gonna be much harder with a confirmed role. Especially if he just caught Kira with the book out and called a meeting right away. The others are going to be far less inclined to believe that the book could have been passed right after that. And they're going to know NPA Chief's not going to lie, obviously. So, looks like H got his ID stolen. Don't know where this guy was during the Kira card. He said yes. I think this guy was at bathroom. I'm not sure who else was there with him. And I as well. Let's see if they accuse anybody. F being called out as suspicious, and now all of a sudden F say yes. I presume saying he got his ID stolen as well. That kind of looks suspicious. I might have to save F here. Let's see how this plays out for now. NPA Chief's not saying anything, so maybe he just called a meeting right after Kira card. He didn't do it immediately, but it's kind of been the meta in a lot of Japanese lobby. NPA Chief calling meeting after the first Kira card. It's not that bad of a strategy because often IDs do get stolen, so you can kind of narrow down at the very least one Kira suspect by who was at each incident. But more often than not, it ends up being wasted, like it's probably going to be in this case, because the only person who got called out so far is F, but NPA Chief just said that F got close and he still has his ID, so it's not F. Pretty sure there's no toggle in this lobby. So yeah, I kind of have no clue. Nobody's really calling out anybody else. I won't mind voting for F as long as L calls him out as suspicious. Otherwise, I probably won't take the chance, because just in case that's actually L and that I'll scare to kill him right away before I can shoot him. Yeah, I think I'm not the only one that realizes it's not F, because E basically cleared him. Okay, yeah, L synced to skip, so we're gonna obey. Skipping when there's 3 people claiming they lost their ID is not really a good play in my opinion, but can't really blame the L too much here. Nobody is really getting called out, except for somebody who just got cleared by NPA Chief. Yeah, I don't really have any clues Kira right now. I couldn't really keep track properly of everybody's position during the card. Right, that's still going. It's right next to me. Okay, I'm gonna just hide in here. Hopefully nobody comes up and check this room. If somebody does, I think I'll just get rid of the witness. Honestly, I probably could have just come out and not go towards it, because nobody ever suspects you for that in Japanese lobbies. Uh-oh, a witness. Please don't be L. Let's go! Okay, I did not really deserve that victory, not gonna lie, that was pure luck. I was just gonna shoot the first person who walks in there. So I had forgotten that I had noticed B who came up from the meeting room side, even though I wasn't sure if he stepped in. But during editing, I realized that by paying attention to who had claimed their ID was missing, I could have deduced that B was the most likely Kira suspect. But yeah, I just got a lucky win here. It's kind of funny. That poor Kira was just minding his own business, walked into a room and got shot for it. GG. Sometimes you need to light up the darkness to find the truth hidden within. And it just so happened that I have the right tool for the job. Alright, we got ourselves a little Toy Town game here. In message-only lobby, the dark room is definitely far more difficult to deal with than in a normal lobby. Even if you know that Kira's currently hiding in it, it's not as easy to communicate with the others to determine who was not in the dark room when you knew Kira was. Thankfully, that's not much of a problem for Mello. So C's chasing after B right now, so we're just gonna check what's up with that. Let's just grab that package though. Gonna help me keep track of the movement of somebody. Actually, we're gonna go look around, see if we can see other suspicious things. If B ends up dying, we'll know who's most likely responsible. Let's go have a little look inside the express train. Kiras do love that spot. Oh, alright, NPA meeting right away. Let's hope Kira hasn't been caught red-handed already. Nobody died. Let's see who's missing their IDs, if any. Not me, thankfully, but nobody got close, so that's not a surprise. G is our NPA Chief. Let's see if he has any valuable info. Okay, B is claiming to have lost their ID. Okay, C is very sus then. We might have to save him, although I feel he's most likely follower if he was just openly chasing like that. Now C claiming his ID is gone. A bit late though, so that's most likely a lie. Let's see how this plays out, but I don't think I'll try to defend him if he starts getting voted up. I doubt he's the Kira. It could be, though. Seems like the suspicion's a bit more on B right now, which is good. Wait, I saying his ID got stolen, but then he says no right after? Does he just mean to say that he did not get his ID stolen? That would kind of mean he's trying to defend B by saying he got close before, but then B's calling him out as a liar. G is confirming D. J is also confirming D. B skipping vote? I don't know, like, it feels like C is the most suspicious one, because he late claimed his ID was stolen, and he was the one chasing B. But B skipping if they claim they lost their ID is also sus. I don't know. F deciding to skip. Okay, L wants to skip now. Whatever. I would not recommend that, but I'm not gonna complain, honestly. I'm kind of afraid that we're gonna vote Kira. So C or B, one of these is almost definitely follower or Kira. I'm still leaning more towards C just because of the late claim. Like, he didn't actually claim his ID was stolen until B said it was and only called him out, but we're gonna observe and try to figure out who's our best option. Okay, B and A on a task, so I guess I'll just try to find C. Okay, he's right in there. Let's try to not make it too obvious that we're keeping an eye on him. Oh, okay, please don't spawn to my left. Okay, I'm pretty sure there's some people over there already. Also looks like C jumped on it after F got on it. Kinda sus. I couldn't really see because of the banner, and F was in the way too, so I couldn't see if he like automatically pulled out his magnifying glass or not. I don't think I could trust that since I'm on Japanese server anyway. I think it might depend on ping. Okay, so let's just walk away a bit, but then we're gonna walk back up and observe where C went. Alright, and now C's just randomly jumping in the stack after standing there for a little bit. That's super sus. I a bit sus too for jumping in a 2 stack, but C jumping in a 3 stack to make it 4 is even more sus. Also, D and J were not touching, so, and they both walked away in the different directions, so if one of these two lost their ID, we know it's not the other one who stole it. Also, C's not in there, so I think he managed to get on the train. That's bad. Oh, okay, he's over there, he came back. I don't want to just shoot him in the open, so we're gonna hope he goes into a room somewhere. He seems to be wary of me a little bit here. Come on, you know you want to go in the dark room. Yeah, let's go. Okay, not Kira. He's most likely follower though. Let's grab these dying messages, shall we? Oh, no, the one I wanted to check was G's actually, but nothing in the C's dying message is definitely sus. Very likely that it was actually the follower, because he did lose his ID apparently last round, so he should have B marked. I did lose him a bit, so you would have had time to pass the IDs before I shot him maybe, but if none of the other people that were in that stack claimed their IDs gone, then that confirms them as follower. They would see that they got their ID back, but there's not really a way to clearly communicate that with just the messages. I guess you could say my ID was gone then you could say your name as the ID and call out one of the person that died as the follower. That would probably be the clearest way to try to communicate that. The J and I claim they got their ID stolen. Not D though, so I feel like if C managed to pass the IDs before I killed him, would have passed D's ID as well. Because he definitely got close enough to D too, so I'm kind of confused. That would point towards C not being the follower, but there's just too many sus things that happened. Also, unfortunately, G's dying message didn't have anything either, so there's no clue for me in there. Okay, now what I think would make the most sense is that either J or I is Kira, and C did steal their IDs, but since either J stole I's ID or I stole J's ID, they would, like the one who really got his ID stolen didn't get it back because the real Kira also stole it, but D got his ID back. That's what would make the most sense, I think. And between J and I, it's definitely I that's the most sus for jumping in the 2-stack and putting himself really close to J. So if it's gonna be one of those two, we're probably gonna try to make it lean towards J. At least right now, that's what it's leaning towards, just because A also said that J is sus. Now E's claiming his less his ID all of a sudden. B's being called out as suspicious. We've got some testimonies of a black notebook in Misa's place at night. I didn't see anybody else in there towards the end, but I guess I'll have to check the corners a bit more carefully. Although if Kira had been in there while I shot C, I feel like he should have just ran up to me and stole my ID, so I guess he just went there to roll names earlier in the night. We're almost out of meeting time here. If it's gonna be a skip, I won't complain, just in case it's actually J who stole B's. But no, okay, it's J's that's gonna get voted up. Please don't be Kira. But I'm pretty confident that between the two, it had to be I that stole his. But I guess we're about to find out. Safe. Let's go. Okay, let's try to find I. Gonna keep an eye on him a little bit, but I'm probably gonna take the first chance I get to shoot him. We saw him go up right there. We're gonna go after him. If he goes inside the train or the bridge, he's getting shot. I think I'm gonna grab that cam and not put it in the dark room. Don't want L to get some info in case I is not actually Kira. Let's give that package to D real quick. A bunch of people called him out as investigator, so doesn't hurt to make him trust me. Now let's try to find I again, shall we? Not too sure exactly where he went. Let's check dark room, I guess. Doesn't seem like he was lurking in here. Nothing here. I guess we're gonna check the train in case he's hiding in there. Not this one. Nope, not on the train. Yeah, I'm starting to run out of time. Guess I'll check darkroom again, since there was some names written in there at night yesterday. Damn. I check express train. I guess I'll just make sure he's not hiding in the corner, or he might just pop in. Oh. Yes, let's go. Let's see who that was, shall we? Yeah, that's the skin that I was using, wasn't it? We were right. Also, the game audio will cut out just before we reach the result screen, just because For some reason, my OBS recording was delayed that day, so I'm just missing a very small part of the audio for a couple of these matches. Not a big deal, just thought I'd let you guys know it's not an editing mistake. Now I should have killed both Kira and follower. Wait, no! I was right about I, but the follower was B. I was so sure it was C. Well, I really thought I had both the follower and Kira shot in that last match. Let's see if we can do it this time. More Mello moments. Let's try to get that Kira. By the way, don't forget that if you're looking for people to play some voice chat matches with, you can just join my Discord server. The link is in the description. Gonna find a lot of cool people that are non-toxic. My server is set up so that the people don't get spammed with ping. You just need to opt in for the Death Note LFG ping, and that way you'll only get notified when people are looking to set up rooms. You can also opt in to get notified when I post new video if you want to be one of the first people to post a comment down below. Okay, let's see if we can catch some sus people. We're gonna keep an eye on these two Kira body spots. A bunch of people still outside. Just gonna do that NPC. Oops, I did not mean to get close to B like that. We're gonna follow him a bit, see if he moves suspiciously. I was kind of more focused on G. I didn't want to move towards him because it's just a bit sus following people. But I won't be able to keep track of the body spots. I need to keep an eye on B. Indicative evidence. Yeah, we're just gonna go towards it. B didn't really give me too much of a sus vibe, so we're gonna hope we still have our ID. A might have taken our ID though, he kind of moved sussly. I didn't get any warning, but I think you cannot trust the warning, especially when people are close to you from behind. Thankfully, A is my package target, so I know exactly where he went. Here you are, buddy. He's being a bit sus right now, that's for sure. I'm probably gonna shoot him. Okay, yeah, he's being sus as hell. These two are definitely the Kiras. I don't think I've seen a blue circle, so either A is Kira or he still has my ID, one of the two. Damn, I should have just shot him in the warehouse. Might have to shoot him in front of other people. Yeah, it's now or never. Okay, maybe nobody saw this. Okay, I was right. He had my ID. He's only follower, so D is Kira, almost guaranteed. Because I didn't see D go inside the Japanese restaurant, so he was definitely waiting in there for A, but they couldn't pass it because I just kept following, so D decided to just flee. Well, let's hope there's no sus on D, but I'm gonna get ready to accuse somebody else. Nobody else died though, and I did see a body fall last second, so I guess D didn't steal any IDs. He shouldn't get accused, I hope. Speak up if you picked up a dying message. Well, I did, but I'm gonna tell them. Not that there's anything worthwhile on it anyway. I wonder why our handgun is an inventory item. It's not like we can pass it. I guess it's just because it comes out when you get arrested. Speak up if your ID was taken. Alright, let's see. Let's hope D didn't actually fake anyone's. Everybody's saying no. That's what I thought. Now D is calling me suspicious. I guess he realizes I'm probably Mello who shot his follower. But then now he just says that I got close when he previously said his ID was not missing, so that's not gonna hold much water. I'm not the only one getting sussed on anyway. Let's see how this plays out. Well, E got sussed on by G, but somebody else is claiming him to be an investigator. I don't know, I don't feel like I need to defend myself just yet. The only things that were worrying me was E calling me out as Mello, because he's the only one who really could have seen the shot, or somebody else putting the sus on D, but neither are happening, so I think we're good. Alright, let's fast forward. There's nothing else important that happens in the meeting else is to skip, so let's keep going. Alright, let's find D and shoot him in the face. Not in front of other people if we get the chance, because as we saw last game, you never know. Sometimes there's just a bunch of coincidences that make somebody look sus, and damn, I thought I'd get the opportunity there, but C's following behind and D's not actually staying inside bookstore, he's leaving. If I just start following behind D right now, C is gonna be super sus. Okay, I need to find D again, hopefully he didn't go far. Nope, he's right there. He probably went and wrote a name in the little parking lot. I'm probably gonna have to wait until the Kira card ends though, because I'm definitely gonna get caught if I shoot him here. Which I probably should do. I'd be very surprised if he's not Kira, but I don't know. It's more fun anyway to try to just catch them in a secluded spot. Gonna say that I'll keep watch because there's no way I'm gonna take the chance to just get my ID taken while I'm like on the other body or something. Right, let's try to follow after him. Let's not get close to the others though. Damn it, which way did he go? Maybe in there? I'd see one of the other door open if he went into that corner. Oh no, oh no, I should have just shot him in front of people. I need to get ready to save him. I hope he just didn't get caught with the book out or something, because it's gonna be GG. He might have though, because he went and wrote a name, probably from an ID he took at Sakura. Let's see, he killed B. Yeah, we're just gonna have to hope really hard that NPA didn't catch him red-handed, because I really doubt I can save him from that, unless the lobby's really bad. Even without that, there's gonna be some suspicion on him, because he stole a few ID at Sakura for sure. But at least he only killed one, so there's gonna be several suspects. Nobody's saying their ID's missing yet, though. Maybe this lobby has the ID toggle? Okay, E got his stolen. G as well. This ain't good because D said no, so he's gonna be the most likely suspect if they all call him out. Who should I try to frame? I'm gonna see if there's any suspicion on any other people. I'm not too sure who would make a good target. He hasn't been called out yet, though. NPA Chief didn't say anything either, so not looking too bad so far. G's calling out J. Okay. Looks like we're gonna be framing J if we need to. Fast forwarding again, because nothing else happens in this meeting except D tries to put the sus on me a little bit again, but that goes nowhere and we all end up skipping. Alright, I need to find him. At least this time NPA Chief won't be able to stop me anymore. But we do have the entire day to try to shoot him in a secluded room. Doesn't seem like he's around here. Gonna go look bottom left. Okay, Sakura TV card. We're still gonna check the rooms on our way, but he's probably gonna show up at Sakura again. Oh, I saw him. He is indeed going over there. Hello, buddy. I should probably shoot him right away, but I'll wait. I can probably do it in a more subtle ways. Although I really doubt I'm wrong. There's almost no way at this point. I really should have taken the risk because I should have thought about NPA Chief last round, but now that's not going to be an issue anymore, so I can afford to wait a little bit. I wonder if NPA Chief thinks I'm Kira or if he thinks I'm L, because I'm not going on the bodies when he's around. Okay, not letting you out of my sight this time. Where are you gonna go, huh? Convenience store? Okay, he's probably gonna do the NPC and walk back down. We're gonna intercept him. Alright, you're mine. Yep, I was right. I could have just shot him in front of everybody, but I think it ended up being more fun that way. The thrill of the hunt, stalking your prey, waiting for the right moment. There's nothing like it. Now we just gotta get him stuff. Put his head above our fireplace. We sure showed him who's the real apex predator in this town. And we already know that we got the follower as well, because we got our ID back from A in round 1. So that is a perfect Mello victory. Just how I like him. GG.